government moves to deepen global push for Adire African fashion. Federal government hosts landmark summits to drive infrastructure transformation. And on the foreign scene, police reports confirms one survivor in India plane crash. And in sports, Manchester United unveils new home kit for 2025-2026 season. Now the news in details. I am Timmy Dayo Anthony. In order to spotlight indigenous fashion and textile on the global stage, the Lagos State government has hosted a high-level meeting with founder of Africa Fashion Week London and Nigeria, Queen Ronke Ademiluyi Ogunwusi, alongside the British Deputy High Commissioner Johnny Baxter. Commissioner for Tourism, Art and Culture, Tuke Benson Amoyinka, explained the strategic engagement focused on advancing the cultural and economic potential of Adire textiles and iconic Yoruba fabric as a major export and symbol of Nigeria's rich heritage. Benson Amoyinka reaffirmed Lagos State's unwavering support for creative platforms that empower designers, preserve cultural identity, and contribute meaningfully to the state's economy. She emphasized that such partnerships are vital in amplifying African narratives and positioning Lagos as the heartbeat of fashion and creativity on the continent. The commissioner describes the meeting as a major step forward in promoting Adire and African fashion globally, while also underscoring Lagos State commitment to cultural preservation and creative industry growth. Meanwhile, the meeting also featured discussions on the celebration of the 15th edition of the Africa Fashion Week London, a milestone achievement for global African fashion movement. Following the adoption of harmonized academic calendar for key stakeholders in the education sector in Lagos State, the Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education, Jamiu Ali Balogun, has expressed optimism that an approved academic calendar will be ready in 2 weeks. Ali Balogun made this known while speaking at the final stakeholders meeting on the year 2025-2026 harmonized academic calendar held at the Education Resource Center in Ojudu. The meeting, conveyed by the Office of Education Quality Assurance, marks the final stage in the process of harmonizing the academic calendar for the year 2025-2026 school year, pending the official release by the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education. While appreciating stakeholders for their dedication and collaboration with the state government in improving education standards, the Commissioner emphasized the need for continued synergy and mutual understanding. Ali Balogun urged stakeholders to make deliberate, thoughtful decisions when finalizing the calendar, aligning with the present administration's vision for a robust education sector. The Lagos State Office for Disability Affairs, LASCODA, has established a strategic partnership with the Lagos State Consumer Protection Agency, LASCOPA, to foster a deeper understanding and promote collaborative efforts between the two agencies to enhance impactful initiatives amidst the needs of all consumers. General Manager of LASCODA, Adenike Oyetunde Lawal, who led a team on the official visit, noted that the move is to ensure full integration and inclusion of persons with disabilities into society by ensuring fair and equal treatment of the marginalized individuals in the state. LASCOPA boss, Afolabi Shulebo, who received the team, engaged them in crucial discussions centered on strategic collaborations to ensure that businesses comply with the accountability standards, addressing discrimination, complaint, and providing consumer education to make PWDs aware of their rights. Shilebo stated that both parties are committed to fostering collaboration to underscore the importance of inclusivity and social justice in strengthening the fabric of society as a whole. In commemoration of Nigeria's Democracy Day and the anniversary of the historic June 12, 1993 presidential election, a coalition of civil society organizations under the banner of the Defend Nigeria Movement, DNM, and Nigeria's Unite for Democracy, has called for continued national reflection and recognition of the sacrifices made in the country's democratic journey. Convener of the coalition, Razak Olukwoba, described June 12 as a symbol of national unity, democratic resilience, and ideological consciousness. According to him, the significance of the day in history goes beyond electoral parties. It embodies Nigeria's shared identity and ability to transcend ethnic and religious divides for common democratic ideals.
We can all see the gains of the economic engineering of President Bola Tinubu administration begin to manifest in infrastructural renewal as well as other policies which are making positive impact in every other sectors of the Nigerian economy, e.g. Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway, Lagos Sokoto Highway, Naira for crude, Nelfon, tax reform bills, etc. However, as much as we are holding the federal government accountable for its stewardship in the last 2 years of the President Bola Tinubu administration, it is very important for us to demand same from our state and local government council.
Olokoba noted that the coalition, made up of 91 civil society groups, applauded the efforts of former President Buhari for formally recognizing June 12 as Nigeria's official Democracy Day, a move widely regarded as long overdue correction of historical injustice. Olokoba also commended the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, for preserving and advancing the progressive legacy of President Bola Tinubu, particularly in the areas of infrastructure, governance, and economic policy. He also urged the federal government to prioritize national security, calling for improved investment in technological-driven security architecture and enhanced community participation to curb crime and improve public safety. President Bola Tinubu has announced national honors for dozens of Nigerians as part of events marking Democracy Day. He made this announcement at the National Assembly during a State of the Nation address. Among the notable honorees are the late Kudirat Abiola, who received a posthumous Commander of the Federal Republic title, and Noble Laureate Wale Soyinka, who was conferred the Grand Commander of Order of the Niger. Also honored posthumously were Shehu Musa Yaradua, Ken Sarawiwa, and other members of the Ogoni Nine. President Tinubu also granted them a presidential pardon. And now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has announced plans to redefine how Nigeria mobilizes private capital and expertise to meet its vast infrastructure need. Director General of Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission, ICRC, Jobson Ewalifo, stated this when he announced the Nigeria Public-Private Partnership PPP Summit 2025 with a schedule to hold from June 17 to 18 in Abuja. He emphasized the significance of summits in repositioning Nigeria's investment narrative, saying key stakeholders will convey to dismantle bottlenecks, unlock capital, and create impacts that Nigeria can see and touch. The National Environmental Standards and Regulations Enforcement Agency has shut down 25 facilities across 4 states for violating environmental laws as part of its ongoing enforcement drive. Nasria's Assistant Director of Press, Nwamaka Ejiofor, explained that the affected facilities span various sectors in Anambra, Enugu, and Bayelsa, and Rivers State. Ejiofor said they were shot for various environmental crimes, including refusal to conduct environmental impact assessments before the commencement of the project, environmental audits, and lack of functional effluent treatment of plants, among others. Jeanette Health Competition Initiator sponsor commend Nigerian students for adopting the initiative in the fight against malaria. The organizers of the Guinness Health Competition have commended Nigerian students from tertiary institutions for embracing the project as a vital vehicle for eradicating malaria in Nigeria. The initiator of the competition, Cletus Ilombafo, and the sponsor of the initiative, Emmanuel Umewa, who gave the commendation, urged students to become steadfast ambassadors within their educational institutions, ensuring that the adverse social impacts of malaria become a relic of the past. According to them, in addition to raising awareness, the competition promises to empower Nigerian youth to become influential leaders of tomorrow, fostering a generation equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary for public health advocacy. They also urge students from across Nigeria to seize these unique opportunities to become champions in the fight against malaria by registering for the competition. And through activities such as workshops, health walks, and community outreach programs, students will not only learn effective malaria prevention strategies, but will also develop leadership qualities essential for instigating long-lasting change in their communities. And now to foreign news. A British male passenger has reportedly survived the Air India crash that killed at least 200 people. Ahmedabad Police Commissioner Krianda Malik, who spoke to newsmen, explained that there was one survivor who in seat 11A on London-bound flight. The flight manifest shared by authorities said the passenger in that seat was a British national, Vishwash Ramesh. Indian media said they had spoken to Ramesh in hospital and reported is saying that 30 seconds after takeoff, there was a loud noise and then the plane crashed. According to the survivor, it happened so quickly. Meanwhile, United Kingdom Foreign Secretary David Lammy has arraigned crisis team in India and in New York. And now to sports. Manchester United has revealed the new home shirt for 2025-2026 season. The kit is predominantly red and the color and sleeve cuff are black with white trim. The Snapdragon logo is again front and center on the shirt. Qualcomm Technologies has €60 million per season sponsorship deal at Old Trafford and had their brand on the front of the shirt for the first time last season. The last time a Man United home shirt had a bespoke sleeve print was in 1996, 1998 home shirt. So the new shirt for the 2025-2026 campaign has a retro feel and fans will be hoping it brings success. Just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us on like all our social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 961, Instagram is Lagos Traffic Radio 961. You can also subscribe and watch our news and program live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website at www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM on my Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration initiated the Lagos State Employment Support Progress to address the labor skill gap and unemployment programs? You can get more details on Lagos State Government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. In order to spotlight indigenous fashion and textile on the global stage, the Lagos State Government has hosted a high-level meeting with founder of Africa Fashion Week London and Nigeria, Queen Bronke Ademiluyi Ogunwusi, alongside the British Deputy High Commissioner, Johnny Baxter. The federal government has announced plans to redefine how Nigeria mobilizes private capital and expertise to meet its vast infrastructure needs. We also told you that a British male passenger has reportedly survived the Air India crash that killed at least 200 people. And in sports, Manchester United has revealed the new home shirt of the 2025-2026 season. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Oluwokboroku. I am Dayo Anthony, and thanks for listening.